semi-finals game. Now the first one, if you guys have seen it, went quite well, and I enjoyed winning that guy. He made a bit of mistakes, but nevertheless, yes. So I'm up against here in my semi-finals game against Dream Okotan, and he's a Zerg player, and also he has won a tournament in the past, so it's also fun to see those things, to see if people actually won a tournament or not. So things you can mess around with, and it makes you quite proud, to be honest, once you get into the game, especially for a kid as well, seeing that, like, wow, this guy actually played well. And in this case, this guy did give it his best, and it was a very, very entertaining game, I have to admit it. So, in the beginning, just standard playing, scouting. He didn't actually use this overload right in the beginning to scan out. I think he was more concentrating on getting his drone count right. He accidentally pulled all of his drones, and yeah, there's the little lol just to say oops. But yeah, I could see the fast expand. He was doing a 15 drone expand. Didn't really freak me out that much in the beginning because I had a lot of practice in the past. I'm doing a standard blockage here with my gateway, 2 pylons. Now this is the one thing about me, I like to keep my pylons close to the gateway, especially against Zerg. I don't want this gateway to get unpowered. So the second one is also very close. Normally I place the cyber core on the other side, but because this wall off is a bit weird here and you can snipe the cyber core from here, I decided to drop it this side. Now he didn't really attack my poor little probe here, he was just standing there just waiting, and I literally, when I played the game here, I was watching my little drone here and say, hey, what you doing here? Why don't you chase me away or build or do anything? And eventually the Zerglings came and just chased me away. Says, buzz off, I want to build here. And also, he didn't do that much harassment. I just wanted to see if he's pulling an X-hatchery, and I missed that, to be honest. I didn't see that he was building an X-hatchery. Otherwise, it would have expanded immediately. But yes, my mothership core is on its way. And that poor old overlord. No speed upgrade yet, just nothing. Too early for that. And there's the mothership core, and I'm expanding. A little bit delayed, about by 30 seconds, but not that bad. And this guy is going roaches, as we can see. But he's playing quite peacefully. His Zerglings are just standing there, like the typical Silver League player can. Just not that aggressive, especially if you're going for any kind of roach attacks. He doesn't want to really push out these Zerglings. I would think he did eventually push out with them, but can't remember, but I'll see. But normally by this time I would expect the Zerglings to be here, because I saw them back there. I was waiting for them to come. Had my Z-Lord placed on hold here, just for in case, and yes, I did notice probes can now walk past a Z-Lord that's on hold blocking the passage. Anything else, I've tested it now in this game. Adepts can't go past. Zerglings, funny enough, they are small enough, they can do a run by. So please guys, if you place a Z-Lord there, make sure he's on hold and make sure he's on all corners. Because if you don't place him exactly on the spot, the Zerglings will be able to do a run by. Just a small tip from my side, I've noticed it in past games. One of the games I tried to upload, where I defend against 15 pool, where the guy literally just rushed Zerglings and pushed all the time. My Z-Lord was literally standing there and all of them went past. And it wasn't just one, it was a number of them coming by. So, here I missed my adepts, went past. I didn't even see the army moving out. And here we go, he's pushing out for the first time. I'm literally unprepared for this attack. Nevertheless, he was as well. I wasn't even here, I was over there. And there you can see I just number pressed them all, and now all of a sudden I realized, hey, this is not what I had in mind. And I pulled back my adepts, if I'm not mistaken. No, there they are. I pushed them there to kill as many drones as possible. I thought I was going to be able to get them out of there, but they died before I could do anything. Good move from him, pulling back the queen to the back and cornering my adepts. I had no chance whatsoever to get them out, but I did manage to make a lot of kills here. If you just look at the kill count, it's killed. Sorry, I don't know them. So workers killed. I killed 1 worker. No, I have killed 11 workers. Sorry. Interesting, but yeah. He started with his upgrades. Speed upgrade for the Zerglings, nothing yet for the Roaches, but he is getting ready with the Hydralisks. He really wants to annoy me. Now this is one of those games I literally thought we're gonna run out of time. This guy did a nice push and he literally waited in front there for me. I didn't even start with the upgrade yet, so the upgrade's gonna start now. And here he comes out with another push. Killed the pylon. I was hoping to overcharge both the pylons, but he target fired the 1 pylon. Good plan from him. He didn't manage to do any kills and he sort of hurt his own economy there, to be honest. But a good push from him. And he's getting ready for a counter-attack. Good move by him. Pity I did not counter-attack. So I was not sure if he was already prepared for that. That's the one thing for me against Zerg. I don't normally play this passive. Yes, I do play a little bit passive, like in this game, but it was semi-finals and I had that tournament stress, of course. Anybody can do that. Now, I did see that I accidentally placed in 4 units, 4 probes in there. I did pull out the 1 after a while, but first I moved out with my army. Closed up there so I can do a safe expand on this side. Small things like that, that doesn't matter at the end. You don't want run-bys. And there, he do some scouting. I do think he did do some funny things here. But yes, I did the mistake again. I should really stop doing this. Is against Zerg. This is not the best way to attack. And you'll see later on in the game why I mean that. So against Zerg, if you do this, please make sure you put up a bunch of cannons there or even some gateways just to double protect that and to make sure the Zerg player doesn't have that much control over you and does not really stop you. He himself did bring him some roaches, he did bring out the lurkers. The other thing I'm missing is actually the ravagers. If he had ravagers, this game would have been his, to be honest. I have to be honest here. And yeah, now he's just doing a bunch of checks to see if I haven't placed any proxy things, and he himself decided to attack the rock. Bad thing about units like that, now the Zerglings are really cut off, poor guys. But he himself played very safe, very secure, very laid back. I myself decided to go standard Colossi because I saw the Hydralisks and I knew, okay, I'm in for a battle. If Hydralisk Roaches comes out, I need some power, some AoE power, and that's where the Colossi come in. I did get out this Twilight Council, and I did do the speed upgrade. There we go. Thought I did that. The second I saw that it was finished. And again, adepts, because I know their speed works well, and they work well against units with no armor. And basically, it's every single unit a Zerg can push out. Look at the armor. Roaches is basically the only unit where it says, okay, it could be a problem. But anything light armor, sorry, it's gonna take extra damage from an adept. So the only real unit that's gonna be a problem for me with Zerg is gonna be Immortals, because they have a shitload of armor. And honestly, I've also, around this mark, I've noticed that I'm being too passive. And against Zerg, if you give them enough time, they can actually get that head count up on Ultralisks. And Ultralisks, as we all know, if they get that death ball out, it's sort of impossible to do anything against them, except if you have a very good Archon Immortal armor with sentries backing it up. Then it's possible. Now this guy literally, he missed click there. You could see that, those poor Zerglings. And again, the lurkers. Very good move from him, but I decided not to go out because I was waiting for my expansion, to be honest. And he's just pumping out Zerglings. Why do you push out Zerglings if you know I've got a Colossi army? Yes, I got Stalkers, which is a problem, but I don't have the Zealot count to deal with those Zerglings. But I do have the Colossi count, so 3 Colossi can literally eat these Zerglings for breakfast. And here I also noticed that because of that pylon, that's also why I placed it there. I want to see if the army is moving out, so I can do a counter attack like this one, for example. Now here I do have an observer out, and I'm so glad he did not kill it immediately. And those guys are actually quite quick, even though I did do the war. I'm very amazed, so I did really hurt him there. And already I know this guy, maybe just do the cleanup. And again, he has got nothing, but there's 24 Zerglings on the way and 3 Hydralisks. And again, this is something Zerg should be avoiding, is falling behind on their hatchery count. In this case I am, yes, he's ahead in hatcheries like this, but mineral wise I'm getting ahead of him. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm just pushing out because I saw, hey, I've got the resources, why not get the army running? I know in the beginning of the game I had some problems getting up to the correct amount of probes. I forgot to chrono boost some of the units in the beginning. I missed showing you guys that. That was one of the things. But I know I was going against a Zerg player that could literally hurt me if he wants to. So he's finally going up, upgrading his layer. But honestly, for a mid-game, building too many Zerglings for me. Especially against, if you know you're playing against Colossi, building this many Zerglings is literally, you're giving me food. I mean, you can see it, 12 kills. There, 2 kills, 0 kills is new, 10 kills, there was 3, so against this amount of Colossi, it's a better option to go out Corruptors, but this guy still committed to his Zergling Hydralisk combination. Get the +2 upgrade done, and only now is he expanding. And funny enough, this is also something odd. Normally Zerg has got the intention to expand towards the Protoss player, and in this case the bases are really close to each other, so doing an expansion here would have been quite interesting for him because it's right next to me. Gotta think, now I know why I lost against the other Zerg players. They were literally expanding here and holding their army here, so it was easy for them to push. Interesting. Just told myself something there. And here you can also see my Archons are just picking up. I know I have to do something here. And I slowly moved out with my observer, my one lonely observer. but nevertheless expand again. So I'm literally one. No, wait. Now we're finally tied, but it took a while. And this guy is finally pushing out the ultras. A little bit too late, I have to admit it. If he had done this earlier, it would have been a more fun battle. But at this stage of the battle, it's too many Archons for him, too many Colossi for him. And I think I've lost my observer here. Yeah, that's why I had to retreat, because I could not detect those lurkers over there. So I decided to make a quick pullback here, regroup, get some observers running again. You see 2 of them just to be double sure. Dark Shrine, but honestly I didn't even know he expanded this far. And now I'm just giving him the gap he needed to build the Ultralisks. And he did not do the upgrade, funny enough, to give them +4 armor, but even standard 3 armor. Not quite what you want to see, right? As a Protoss player, I think this is a nightmare. But I knew by replays that I've seen that I'm gonna be up against Ultralisks for the last battle. I should have pushed out, but like I said, I missed my observers, so I needed to get some new ones before I could push out. And I was just pushing out Archons. Regardless what I'm gonna go up against now, it's gonna be something big. And this big, I mean Ultralisk big. Colossi count is also just picking up again. I've noticed that he did not build any kind of air units like Corruptors or something like that line, so why should I not build them? If he's transited into more Mutalisks or even Corruptors, I would have stopped Colossi production and just build Immortals and go for Sentry, Mortal, Archons and push out. Now I haven't done any kind of fun Sentry playing due to the fact that I just want to get back into the game first off, but now that I'm back in gold I need to get up on my Sentry play again. It's going to be very vital, especially against Zerg. And yeah, I just chilled in the middle of the field, just relaxing. Typical me, lower league error. I'm not aggressive enough. I don't move that much. Even if I look at the APMs, you will see that it is not what it's supposed to be. So you can see, APM wise, I am not really that active. I'm not clicking as far as I should. But I am pushing out again to try to do some economic hurt here. But again, needed to fix something before I move on, and now there we go. Pushing out. Colossi was offside there. Poor guy is gonna get destroyed. Very expensive destruction. And he just ran off. That one Colossus scared him off. And he gets pulled back. And like I said, and he decided to make the engagement. But with that amount of Zealots just protecting them, gone with the wind. But like I said, I was well prepared there. I had my Zealots just playing meat tanks, and my Archons on and Colossus could just hurt him. This time, my 2 observers survived the attack. And also after seeing that many Ultralisks, I decided, no, I need to make this push. I need to make this game count. This game is way too long for me already, as is. One guy just going in the wrong direction. A mistake from my side, but the rest of the army exactly where they need to be. Colossi doing their part. 14 kills, 8 kills, 8 kills. 25 kills, he's an executor. Nicely done. Archon's 10. Ooh, an Archon with 10 kills. That's not bad. That Immortal has also been there since the beginning of the game. So, 18 kills for him, and he's hanging in there. And against an army like this, sorry, you've got the wrong unit composition. You need something more solid, like Corruptors. And there's the backup units coming in. It's the second army. Just cleaning up the mess, and at this stage it's just game over for him. And GG's out. Great game. A little bit too passive from my side. I could have ended this game a long time ago. But I literally won because of one reason. This guy did not come into any kind of corruptor play, or even any kind of airplay. Any kind of airplay from his side would have been my death, but he didn't. Well played by him. He expanded. I was unfortunately ahead in the mineral count the whole game, as you can see at the end game as well. 6,000 floating. Should never actually happen, but in my case it did happen, and still it was a fun game. So I'm going out, and I'm going to prepare myself for the last and final game. By the way, after I finished this semi-final game, I automatically prompt to gold, because this was a gold tournament, and seeing that most of these games, if you're in silver or in bronze, you automatically get prompted up. This is my experience. The previous one that I've won was basically silver, and I got prompted to silver as well. So it's literally 2 tournaments win. Twice I got prompted. So for the people out there, if you're playing a tournament in your own league, yes, you won't get prompted. But if you play a league above your own and you get to the finals, the chances of you getting prompted to the next league is very, very well. So, I'm going to prepare the next game and chat to you guys later.